Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law, and through this channel I'd like to provide some stock analysis as well as a short 5-minute trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. Okay, so I'd like to first of all provide a short update in terms of what's happening with the channel. So I stopped making videos on Monday the 22nd of March and also stopped trading on that day as well. I've just restarted looking at the account on Monday the 19th of April. So if anybody is interested in the reasons why I did take a break, the reasons are personal. However, if anybody would like me to share that with you, I'd be more than happy to do that with any existing subscribers. So if you want to know why I took a break from the market and also took a break from the videos, I'm more than happy to share that with you, not through this channel, but through one-to-one contact. So if anybody wants to drop me an email, contact details are on my YouTube channel. If you click on there, you'll find my email. Drop me a message, give me your name, give me your subscriber name, and I'll be more than happy to share details about why I took a break. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is, without further ado, is let's have a look at the market. Okay, so when I first stopped trading on Monday the 22nd of March, I think at that time there was a significant market correction going on with lots of stocks down 10, 15 and also 20%. What I have now seen is obviously that has developed further into a significant market crash. Not a market crash for the whole sector in terms of the S&P 500, that's still doing relatively okay. Certainly stocks like Apple, Google, Facebook, etc. have maintained their share price. However, I think the key sectors that I have observed have been hit the most have been obviously penny stocks. We can see the EV sector has been hit hard. We've seen that clean energy has been hit hard, and also SPACs. So these have now gone down significantly, sometimes in excess of 40 and 50%. So what I'm going to do now is give a little bit of an analysis of this and maybe look at also reasons why this happened. Okay, so for today's video I will not be providing any stock analysis. I just want to get my head around what's going on and share with you my thoughts about the market. So I'm going to jump straight into the lesson for today, and the lesson for today is understanding why the market is down. So let's have a look at my reasons and in terms of my analysis, and why do I think the market is down quite significantly. And when I say the market is down, obviously I'm talking about SPACs, I'm talking about clean energy, I'm talking about the EV sector, and I'm talking about penny stocks. So I'm now going to share with you my top 5 reasons why the market is down big. So first of all, reason number 1, nobody can time the market. So when I say nobody can time the market, I'm talking about analysts, I'm talking about experts, I'm talking about YouTubers, and I'm also talking even about myself. If anybody was able to time the market, then obviously it would become a perfect science. But as we know, the stock market is not a perfect science. Nobody knows the future, nobody knows the direction of the shares. We can use chart analysis, but it's also not a perfect science. So what I'd like to now share with you is Cathie Wood's ARK investment portfolio and the top 7 holdings. So let's have a look at Cathie Wood. Who is Cathie Wood? As we can see here from the ARK Invest page, we can see that Cathie Wood has 4 decades of experience in the investment industry. She founded ARK Investment Management in 2014, and their portfolio value is in excess of $38 billion. So let's have a look at the top 7 holdings for Cathie Wood. Number 1, Tesla. Tesla, that's also been affected. So at one point it was touching almost $900, $880+, and on a low it reached below 600 at around $563. So that one has also been affected. So we're looking at the top holding for Cathie Wood ARK Invest, and obviously a lot of people do believe that she is the number 1 expert in terms of investment and holding. So number 2, Roku. Roku has also gone down significantly in this market crash, covering the areas that are specified. So that's also down. Square was down, but that has recovered from its high. Tesla has still not recovered from its all-time high. Roku has not recovered. The third one, Teladoc Health Incorporated, that's also down. CRISPR is down very, very significantly. If we look at CRISPR in terms of where it was at one point it was, let me just check for you here. At one point CRISPR was up in excess of $210. It's currently $126. So CRISPR is 3.5% value in terms of ARK Invest holdings. So there's huge potential in CRISPR, but you know that is down significantly as well. The other one in Invati Corporation, that's also down, and PACB, Pacific Biosciences of California, that's also down very significantly. If we have a look at PACB, we can see on a high at one point that was up in excess of $50, and it's currently trading at $30. So basically, if you're looking for someone to sort of say, well, you know, the experts must know what they're doing, the answer is no. The experts do not always know what they're doing. The market is volatile, the market is difficult to predict, and that's why it's very important to understand the risk. It's very important to understand that nobody can give you the perfect advice, and we're looking at significant losses not only for expert investors out there, but also small retail investors as well. So I'm now going to share with you some positive news. Okay, so just before sharing the positive news with you, I'm just going to finish off the other 4 factors why the market is down big. So number 2, let's go back to this. There has been an increased panic selling of bonds. So number 2 and number 3 can also be linked. Number 3, there has been more investments redirected to crypto, in particular Dogecoin and SafeMoon. These are 2 new investments that I've seen have trended quite recently as well. I've not invested in either of them. However, I will be looking at them and looking at an analysis for them, but lots of investments have been directed to these and in terms of crypto, new crypto plays. Number 4, a lot more higher inflation expectations, so that has been important in terms of driving the market down as well. And lastly, and I think very importantly, is number 5. There was huge growth in the market from November to February. So we're looking at November 2020 to February 2021. So huge growth, especially in a lot of the stocks that we saw. They probably reached a high in February, and the growth and return that we experienced from November and to February was actually exceptional. It was exceptional in terms of probably the market's not seen that kind of growth happen before. So due to this exceptional growth, I think we can also see that the market is now correcting itself from that. A lot of the shares are still up from pre-November, however they're not up from the all-time high of February. So these are the top 5 reasons, in my opinion, why the market is down big. Okay, so next thing I'd like to share with you is what is my analysis for the future and what is the best strategy for the future. So first of all, I'm going to also share with you shortly stocks that I no longer have faith in, but before I do that, I'm going to also share with you in terms of the best strategy going forward. So first of all, it's something that I have already said to you before. If you believe in a stock, if you have faith in the stock, and if you don't sell, then you don't have a loss. So there is no loss if you don't sell. So even though your stock may be down, you only have the loss until you sell. So the stocks that I still have strong personal belief in is ticker symbol ABML. This is a stock that we have featured quite a few times on the channel, and I did see that at one point this came down to close to $1, and unlike other stocks, there was a good recovery, and it's now trading up significantly from the $1 close right now to on a close on Friday, 23% up at $1.92. So it's almost 100% recovery from that $1. So that reinforces the belief not only of myself, but also of the thousands and thousands of investors out there that have this belief in ticker symbol ABML. What you have to remember, this is a long-term hold. This is a long-term play. It's if you are holding this, I think it's one for the future. So certainly this one I do have faith in. The other one I have faith in is ticker symbol ALPP. This is one I think it's also has been hit quite hard, and in the last 2 to 3 days of this week it did make some recovery, and closing at $3.58, and I think we did at one point see a low, a recent low of $2.57 ish. So for Alpine, so again a good recovery there. It's up 13% on the week, and on the Friday it was up 9%. So I have faith in Alpine going forward as well. Ticker symbol OCGN. This is a stock that I also brought to you, and it went down quite significantly. Ticker symbol OCGN. This was a medical pharmaceutical stock, and I think at one point it was down from an all-time high of kind of $15.86 all the way to down to $5.65. So if you are holding this stock like it was featured on this channel, you would have seen that on the Monday and the Tuesday the gains were exceptional. At one point it reached a price of $13.22, closing at $9.65. So in terms of how I played this stock, we'll share that with you in the next video in terms of OCGN, but certainly one for the future and one that I do have belief in. Another one that I have belief in is ticker symbol NIO. NIO is a stock that I believe is currently undervalued. I think at one point it went close to $35, $32, and I think certainly anything below $40 is a steal for NIO going forward. Then in terms of the future, there's going to be tremendous growth and gains for NIO. So going forward, NIO is currently a buy at below $40. The next stock that I think I also have belief in is ticker symbol BNGO. This has also taken quite a significant hit. Bionano has taken quite a significant hit. At one point it reached a high of in excess of $15.50, and it also went as low as $5.38. So very significant move down. However, in the last 2 days we've seen some good recovery in this stock as well, so I believe this is also one that I think is good for the long-term hold. And final one I'd like to bring you, which I think has taken a huge hit, is ticker symbol SENS, Sensionics. And I think this has been hit quite hard. At one time it was up in excess of $5.27 on a high. It's currently trading just over $2. This is also a stock I think which is for the long term. The technology in terms of continuous glucose monitoring that they have is certainly going to bring immense benefits in the future. So if you are holding this, certainly is one for the long term that I have belief in. So what I'd like to do now is look at some stocks that I have lost belief in. Okay, as well as believing in your stock, sometimes if you believe a stock is having issues because of poor leadership, poor management or poor marketing, then I think another strategy is to basically take a loss, take a hit, or even just cash out at profit on that stock. So two such stocks that I did that with myself. First one, ticker symbol GAXY, Galaxy Next Generation. This is a stock that I sold at profit. I did see a significant movement down. I don't think it's still recovered in the short term. I also don't see any recovery long term. There is potential for this stock, but it's also a stock I'm no longer trading in right now. The other stock that I cashed out this time at a loss is ticker symbol DSGT, DSG Global. This one I think at one time had huge potential, and for a number of reasons, you know, one of the main ones being poor management. This one has tumbled back down, closing right now just at 31 cents. At one time it reached a high of $1.36, which was a very good return for some investors, but it's a stock that I'm no longer going to be looking to invest in the short term. Okay, so I'd like to finish off on a positive note, just to reinforce and remind you of the best strategy going forward. Certainly if the stocks you believe in, the stocks that you believe in, the stocks that you have faith in, those are the stocks that you need to hold. Those are the stocks you need to keep, especially if you are able to. Going forward, you don't want to be in a situation in 6 months' time, in 1 year time, 2, 3, 4 years' time, looking back at the price that you sold and looking back at the price that could potentially be in the future. So I'm very confident in the stocks that we've talked about going forward, and the market is volatile. On a positive note, on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. We did see some positive green shoots of recovery. It may not continue, but it's certainly a good sign. So what we've got to do is stay strong and keep faith. Okay, thank you very much for watching and stay tuned.